Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my farm. No, this is not it. I'm just noticing that as I look around, I think one of the elements of the game is going to be, and this is going to be cool, you can actually buy this farm and refurbish it as you go. Looks like there's a tractor that might be able to be fixed up. Two of them, actually. Two regular tractors, parking spot, tipper, harvester. Sorry. So as we get our farm growing, and once again, here's our farm up here. We are in the middle of harvest time. And we have a possibility of expanding our farm. Once again, I think this is pretty neat. As you go and look out, look, there's the city off in the distance. We have our little myopic view of our farm, but really there's a whole world out there, and that's pretty neat. Oh, no! So have we learned our lesson? The lesson would be that we need to spray these fields, and it's going to get more and more damage because these guys are off doing their own things, auto-managed. So you really do need to, in this version of the game, spray the fields. So once again, in the last version, it didn't seem like the equipment got as tied up. And the other thing, too, is you could assign workers to a tractor, so they would not do anything else unless you – here's how it worked. Even with the auto work on, the workers wouldn't just go off and do any work unless you told them to. Now, the seasonal workers would, but the farm workers would only do what you told them to do. So usually you would use farm workers to be assigned to businesses, but the two tractor guys wouldn't do any work unless you told them to. So I'm still kind of coming to grips with that. The problem is that this kind of stuff happens. And so I could react to it in the other version of the game, but in this one I just can't because they're busy collecting stuff and doing stuff, and it's damaged and ready for freaking harvest. Shoot. The health is just going to keep going down. So, learning experience. I mean, and that's what this farm was for. I don't know that I'll continue it much longer. We may, start a new farm. The other thing I would do, and somebody mentioned this, the raspberries are the big money, really. So I would replant all of these with raspberries. But I'm going to wait because we're in the middle of harvest and we have all this. Once we start making money with this facility, I'll replant those because that'll take them down for a month and a half. So, yeah, the health hasn't gone down too much more. So we've learned a lot. We've learned that there's a range on the parking lots. We've learned that the bee nest needs to be right by the house. You can't have them all over the place. We've learned that the workers cost a lot of money, that you can't install irrigation anymore. Maybe that's something they'll add later, but for now it doesn't seem like there's an option to do irrigation. So you got to hand irrigate. I don't really love that. I wish we had irrigation, but like these are getting bad, and they should be in there watering them. But I'd have to force them to do it. So I don't know. Tough. And we also learned that, maybe the grain, I would say, honestly, if I could redo the farm, and at some point I probably will start another one, I would do the same formula I did in the last game. I would get several cows. I would get the cheese and milk factory. I would not bother with all the farm, with the harvester, because the harvester was $250,000. I would instead get make a big grass field or two grass fields, make silage to feed your cows, and maybe a crop field or two, but have seasonal workers do it. Maybe. We'll see. And then I would still have the greenhouses. That's the only thing that I would have is the greenhouses for sure. But I would maybe go the milk and cheese route because you get greenhouses and you get milk and cheese, and that worked in the last game and seemed to be pretty successful. So I'm going to try some different farms out and see how they go. But this one was okay, successful. We haven't. Well, maybe not. We'll see. We got to see if we're going to actually make money on this or not. So I think that we will, but right now we've just been on a decline financially, and that's been a little bit tough. Right now we can sell lots of honey, lots of that, lots of that. We need to keep the oats. Oh, we have 600 kilograms of oatmeal we can sell. The straw we don't need right now unless we get into cows. Eventually we will need those, but that's okay. So right there we've got some money, and there's nothing coming in from the gardens yet. So that puts us back up a little bit. I can sell more of that actually. How much is oatmeal worth? 6,000. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's just that's our oatmeal that we're making. So cool. When we run out of oatmeal, we'll switch production over to wheat and then barley or whatever it was. What was this field? Rye. Okay. What is this asking for? Field on oat collected bales. What has this got? No machine. Yeah, right. I don't want them to plant automatically though, and this is I'm afraid he replanted these. I'm hoping we're late enough in the season that there's no way we're going to get another crop. So we don't want them to replant this. So I guess we'll let them get it ready, like they'll get it ready, but this one needs spraying. So let's see. I hope it gets priority is going to make this higher. Yep. Okay, so we can turn priority up. Let's see how that works. So this has been fun. I really do like this game a lot. Oh man, so now the quality is going down. Oh well, whatever. I mean, lesson learned. We're not going to let that happen again. So lesson learned. Priority higher on that, please. Well, they're harvesting this. Okay. All right. All right, field harvested. Gooseberries have been harvested. So if we get a fruit production factory, that's where we need to go next, like jam and fruit. We can hear it. That's cool. So I do like this game. I definitely now what see like this. Look, I put that on high priority, and this guy instead of coming out here to spray it, he's over here plowing the field. This is a problem. So this is why I say that you should not do auto manage necessarily on the fields. Or you just need to spray for everything and keep this from happening because this sucks. Now this is we're gonna lose half the crop. How can I cancel more? Oh well, we're stuck. He's gonna finish it. Doesn't matter what I do. But we do need to turn that off. So once he's done, he'll quit, and then now that this field's completely ruined, he'll go do that because that was more important. So that's very irritating. Dang it. Turn this off. Whichever of these tractors is done first. I'm turning all this off. Because they don't have to do that. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And that's going to cost, that's money in the long run, so. And let's see who's driving these tractors. Is Hannah? It's Hannah. She's our tractor girl. How about this one? No, I clicked this one. How can Hannah be driving the same? Oh, it's some other lady. No. Amelia. Oh, she's high on the machines too. Okay, we'll train her up. Very frustrating. So I'll turn all the auto manage stuff back on again once we've got this sorted, but these guys are taking forever. Wow, burpees. realizing I have hamburgers tonight for dinner, but I don't think I have any ketchup. That's bad. Can we do this yet? Dang, it's going down. Oh, we can't even pick that as an option. Why not? Are we out? Maybe we're out of spray. Oh, I'll just get this frickin' harvested, please. I don't understand why we can't. Maybe because once it grows, it can't be sprayed? Why can't we spray this? Okay, harvest it now, please. Please. Oh my God. This thing not enough staff, which, I mean, I get that. The good news is, like I said, we're making money now, so that's good, but this is bad. We're going to lose half the crop. That sucks. Okay, well, while we're waiting for these idiots to get out here and do their stuff, got tomatoes to sell, gooseberry to sell, 300 more oatmeal. Yeah, we're making a tidy profit now. 56,000. We were at 37, but you know, it's gonna be rough. Are they coming to do the harvest? They are, finally. Man. In the meantime, the plowing's done. I think once the fields have gotten the harvested and they go to the plow stage, that's when I would turn it off for the rest of the season, because we are in the middle of September, and I think they're going to try to replant the fields if I let them, and that would make it so that it dies, obviously, because they did so for the little fields. What do we got here? Something just got harvested. Tomato, okay. What do we got here? Nothing. We'll let that go in storage for a little bit. $700 for 200 tomatoes. That's what made me think of ketchup for my burgers. Am I a doof? I am, aren't I? Okay, get working. What are you waiting for? Okay, they're spraying already. Good. So busy farm. Now, if you're playing at home, you probably have music playing. It's a little quiet on here, but that's okay because I can't get copyright striked, however you say it. All right. I mean, he's still getting a decent amount of wheat, but if we can just get the farm to the point where we're staying even rather than losing money or going up a little bit, because what we'll do next year is if we can go up a little bit at a time, we'll expand our fields and get more product for the facility to produce. And then we can have a year-round flat, because if we're making $30,000 a month, that should cover our expenses, right? I think. Let's take a look at the books. Where are they? Finances. Yeah, because I know what I'm doing. That other tractor. Oh, can we call him to do this now? Well, we do have the required building. Is this full of straw? Why is it saying we don't have the required building? It's right here. If we have 0 bales, there's room. What? You don't have enough staff available. We do have a barn. Is this like some special kind of wheat? Bales. I mean, there's only one type of bale. I think it's just straw. We have both a warehouse. So I'm going to say this out loud. I might get in trouble for it. In some ways, I do like the old version of the game a little bit better. I like a lot of the cool features that they've added on the new game, but I'm finding some of the interface a little bit frustrating. Where the other game was just kind of straightforward, this kind of stuff is really aggravating. We do have a tractor available, and they were working just fine when I had them on auto. But now, for some reason, when I turn it off of auto, let's see what happens. Let him do his thing. Not enough staff. Okay, now it says collecting bales. So why would it tell me it didn't have a place to store them? That's bizarre. But we'll let them do their thing now. It's a weird process on my own. So next year we do need to expand a little bit. So we're on the 15th. It's halfway through the month. Let's see what we have to sell. We've been selling pretty much on the whole every day. Got more of that, more of that, more of that. We got our tomatoes, 500 kilograms of oatmeal, $8,000. And so this month we're up to 62,000. That's good. Those numbers are looking good. We have a little bit of boost because of the straw, but straw is not worth very much. So we're boosting up a little bit here. So our harvester is done for the year. How did he do on 75%? Oh my God, look how fast that goes up. Like this thing's just... To get it up to 90%, it's going to be $44,000. Unbelievably expensive. I mean, we're going to have to do it at some point, but not this year. So that'll sit now for another year. We don't need it for a while, but to get it up to 90%. Wow. It was never, when we bought it, it was at 80%, I think. And so we've used 5% of it doing the harvest this year. So if we take it back up to 80, let's see how much it cost. That's a little bit more reasonable. I don't want to do it yet, though. We don't really need it till next year. I want to wait and see how our farm's doing financially. So we're going to get through the rest of this month and maybe do another month after that and see how we're doing. How much stuff do we have in storage? We still have 6,000 oats in storage. I mean, this should be enough to last like 2 or 3 months, I think. We had 9,000 to start with, but maybe not. I don't know. This is taking 200 oats, producing 100. So we get half back, but it's worth a lot of money. The workers are all working hard. So once we run out, then we can change production over to making wheat, and then I think we're making, and then rye. So that's cool. So we have that's going to be a source of income for quite some time. And if I remember right, there's no point plowing these fields until next year because I think they go to a blank state and you have to replow and cultivate them again. We'll have to see through the winter how that works. In the last game, that's how it happened. You could plow them, but that was it. If you cultivate them, you have to recultivate them, I believe. Could be wrong, but I think that's how that worked. So, all right, so we're going to put this field on. What's the message? No machine. We'll put that on off. There we go. So we're turning that field off for the year. We'll turn it back on once the weather warms up and we can plant crops. What's going on here? Spraying in progress. Good. What's going on here? Grows. Not enough staff for what? Harvesting. Grows. No, they're still growing. This has fungus. That'll have to get hit. How are our houses doing? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so they're both full. Okay. Take care of the crops. Does this? These are already sprayed, so yeah. And how did I turn those all on? I thought I did. Dummy. Put those on. And then, yeah, I know right now there's not enough. Oh, this is already sprayed for. But we'll keep it on. It's all good. So, there we go. All right, so we're finishing up the bales on that field. And this should still be at the same renovation price. Yep. We'll do that later. We need to build up some income first. I'm also curious. So remember, we harvested in September, so we need to see how long our grains last throughout the year. We don't want to overproduce. You know what I mean? So if I put like an additional field of each type of crop, we might create too much, and then they can't keep up with that demand. How long do we have to store these? That's the other question, because they do run out. So let's see, our rye, we need to go into here. How good? When is this good? In delivery, total value. We're not going to sell that. Our wheat doesn't have a sell-by date. Interesting. Once again, in the old version of the game, we had sell-by dates. Yeah, this doesn't have a sell-by date. Do these? These do not have a sell-by date. Oh, bizarre. That's odd. Though I don't mind it because like that does make our life a little bit easier. Sell all that. We don't have to worry about selling things by a certain date, but that used to be part of the game. So there's honey. Sell all this. $11,000. All right, so yeah, we're definitely, now that we have, oh, autumn has come. Yeah, we're already done with all that. Where you been? Wait, these aren't ready yet. And I don't care if these crops die. I'm not really into collecting colza or buckwheat. simply because we're just using it for the bees. So it's okay if it doesn't do well. We could make another bee house. We've made some good money with the honey, and they're pretty cheap to operate. But we need to get more workers. So it's the 21st. We got a couple more days left of production. Once we've proven that we can survive, I will move 2 of these, or I'm going to move all the warehouses over to raspberries. That way we'll get producing fruit faster, because it's just too long. The waiting time is too long. This is nice having it every 30 days or whatever, but these are taking a long time, and they're valuable, but it's not perfect. So I will redo those. You'll say, do you want to destroy these crops? Yes. $22nd. And I guess we could speed up time a little bit because we're getting ready to go to that next day. I don't want to go too fast, but we have pretty much everything under control at this point. So I might be able to. Okay. Plowing in progress already? What? Okay. Collected bales. Okay, let's go ahead and set for plowing. Well, we'll have to wait. Get them moving again. 24th. Once again, the bales give us a little bit of a boosted income. Unfortunately, with that part, it's a little bit, I don't know. Maybe not completely realistic to what we're going to be making, but close. Let's take a look. We have one field full of straw that has come off. That has given us $400. Yeah, that's not make or break for us, really. It's this kind of stuff that's making the day. Just looking through stuff. I'll tell you what, though, the downside is we are burning through oats pretty quick. Like, we're already down to 4,800. We had 6,000 when I last checked. They're really not going to last that long. That's going to be tough. We're burning through them pretty quick. So we're not going to make this money forever. So I do think we need to up our the amount of fields that we have by double probably, and that will give us enough to last the year. But we'll see. We'll play it out and see what happens. From the outset, it seems like we're going to be profitable. How much is this to renovate? 0. Can't even do it yet. Okay. 27th is here. And on the 30th, we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and shut the calendar down. Once he's done doing that, we want this off. Okay. Cool. Getting strawberries in for the last couple days here. I don't know if the harvest will be done when we hit the 30th, but we're going to sell off what we have. And so the farm, we've made a lot of money this month, and that's good. The 30th. Here we go. I'm going to try to let it go a little bit longer so we can get as much strawberry as we can into the equation. But that's it. So let's go ahead and sell off what we got. We've got, the strawberries haven't even come in yet. Dang. Oh, well, they're going to count towards next month. Sell. Okay. So we come out of the month with $84,000. Let's go ahead and fast forward time and see, wow, down to 54. Okay, but the good news is, here's where we're at. I'm going to pause it, but then we're going to call it a night. We started with $34,000 roughly at the beginning of the month. Between all of our fruit production and the mill, we got that number up to 58,000 after expenses. It's harsh, it's expensive, but we did a good job. Now, if I remember right, and we'll take a look here real quick before we go. That's not it. That's not it. We used to have, and I'm sure we do. Why is that turned off? Oh, we have no missions. That's why. This. Yeah, the monthly wages are what are killing us. Look at that. Fertilizer. Training. So, but you can see here, yeah, from the beginning of the month we were at 43. We ended up 84, but then we dropped back down to 58. But we'll continue that, hopefully, meteoric climb somewhere in here, and I have to find where it is. It's probably on that same page. We do have here we go. So, we can increase rates of production. We can give access to wind farm buildings. We can increase our storage capacities, accelerate cargo transport, increase storage capacities. We can reduce the price of machines. We can reduce the price of buildings. Increase the minimum price of crops. And that one's about by 30%. That's a good one to learn right there. Reduce bills by 2%. Reduce the price of land by 10%. And up to 12% of reductions. Increases machine durability for agriculture. I mean, there's all kinds. Labor law training, increasing the strength of employees. And so we haven't done any of these yet. And so this is actually, for those of you that play World of Tanks, you'll know like this, the little like numbers, the little tiny numbers that make a difference in how a tank performs. If you get a crew that learns to run the tank well, you'll actually do better in battle. Same thing applies here. You can train your workers to do better. It costs money, obviously, to do it, but you can actually get them to do better, save you money, make more money for the farm. And that, I mean, right there, increasing machine durability by 20%, that's a big deal. That's going to save you a lot of money in the long run. Reducing bills by 12%. That's a big deal. $38,000, it knocks $3,800 off the price. Actually, $4,000 almost off the price. So these are important things. So I just wanted to share this with you. There is a way to make the money get better. It's still not going to be great. We're still spending a lot of money, but we can reduce all this stuff by training. So I'm going to go ahead and start this farm financial management. And it takes 7 days for that to be accomplished. And so in 7 days, we'll have reduced it. I'm going to just go all the way down the list with that thing, and we'll have saved some money at the end because our expenses will go down. And then we'll keep training. So anyway, that is one of the things that you need to do. And hope you guys enjoyed the series so far. I will continue it, but I think that I may want to start over again. Now that I know how the mechanics work a little bit better with this one, there's some things that I probably would do a little bit differently, but I don't know. At the same time, I kind of feel like I want to salvage the farm a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. I might just restart from scratch again. I'll let you guys decide, actually. In the comment section, vote if you want me to start a new farm or if you want to keep going with this one, and I'll tally up the votes at the end, and you decide whether we continue or whether we start a new farm. Have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. I'm having a blast playing this game. Hopefully you're enjoying watching it, but this is really cool. So we'll see you next time. Bye.